What is going on, YouTube? What is going on, Kansas City? And what is going on, everybody? And welcome to the Beat of KC. Let me adjust the screen real quick. Hope everybody is having a fantastic Friday. We are going to be breaking down the Kansas City Chiefs versus the Baltimore Ravens in a Week 2 Sunday night showdown. That's right, it's going to be a showdown, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be a fantastic football game, I believe. I was actually on last night with the Kingdom Crew podcast with my guys, Michael Darcy and Josh Fan. We really broke this game down, talked about it, and I wanted to come on here and actually talk about it too, even more in depthly on the channel, because I think there's some things that I really kind of am looking forward to and paying attention to as we progress through the season. And I think this game is significant for that reason. Quickly, I do want to go over the injury report and talk about some of the players that are on there and how it's going to affect maybe both sides. But before we dive into that, I ask that you guys smash the subscribe button, smash that like button, comment down below because it really does help out the algorithm and it helps continue to grow this channel. I appreciate all the support, ladies and gentlemen. It means so much to me. It truly does. And we're going to continue grinding each week on all kinds of different sports. Obviously, NFL is very hot and heavy right now, but so is college football and some other things as well. So we're going to dive in and talk about the injury report. So some people that popped up for the Kansas City Chiefs, and as of right now, they've all been full participants up to this point, was Austin Blythe. Obviously, we know he had a surgery. Kalen Saunders with a glute injury. Frank Clark, we know had a lingering hamstring injury, but been full participant all week. Mike Dana was on there with a groin, again, full participant all week. Clyde Edwards-Helaire has had that lingering ankle issue, but again, full participant. Tyreek Hill, toe, full participant. Derek Nottie with the hip, and he has been a full participant. So I would expect the Kansas City Chiefs to almost be probably fully, healthy across the board, ready to roll in every aspect possible. Now, the Baltimore Ravens, on the other hand, that could be a question mark. Obviously, we know that they've endured a ton of injuries at the running back position. We know that Marcus Peters goes down. And there's definitely been a few others. They have promoted quite a few running backs. We're seeing Freeman come up. And, Tyson Williams is one that has been doing some pretty good stuff for them since the promotion. So Le'Veon Bell's still on their practice squad. They go out and they sign Latavius Murray. So they're really trying to patch this thing together and keep it rolling. But, they had a hard-fought game against the Raiders on Monday Night Football. With that being said, Marquise Brown winds up on the injury report, and it was an ankle. He did not participate on Wednesday. He did not participate on Thursday. I have not seen anything yet on Friday. If he's out, that is, again, another major blow to the offense for the Baltimore Ravens. I mean, I get that a lot of people have faith in, Lamar Jackson and his ability to kind of get out and do some stuff, but at some point he has to have some other weapons that can assist. And I'm not saying that, Sammy Watkins is not a weapon. I'm not saying that Mark Andrews is not a weapon, but you can game plan for limited, stars on your offense. So they at least need something. Ronnie Staley, an ankle injury. It sounds like he's not going to be playing. He did not participate in Wednesday or Thursday. He's a big-time tackle for them. So someone's going to have to step up behind him. Chris Westry, which is a cornerback, knee, again, did not participate at all up to this point. Derek Wolfe, back and hip, did not participate. So, they're really going through some injuries. Dalen Hayes, an outside linebacker, knee, was limited. Marlon Humphrey, which if Marlon Humphrey doesn't play, I think Patrick Mahomes could have his way and really expose this defense if Marlon Humphrey's not out there. He's an absolute stud of a corner. And he was a limited participant with a back. It'd be interesting to see how much he participated today. Jimmy Smith, limited participant. Pernell McPhee, another linebacker, is on NIR and rest. He did not participate at all. Devin Duvernay, who is another receiver, groin, and he was a limited participant on Thursday. So it'll be very interesting to see if some of these guys, because, Devin Duvernay was a draft pick last year, and he would be a receiver that could fill in if the likes of Marquise Brown is out. But we're just going to have to see. And I think it's honestly it's going to come down to the play of Lamar Jackson. Anyways, we saw him create a lot of, kind of his own way in that Raiders game, and so I think it's going to come down to that. Now, I kind of want to discuss from both perspectives on what I would expect in order for the each side to win the football game. Um, for the Kansas City Chiefs, I think it's pretty obvious if they can establish, a points lead of whatever it may be. I would assume 14, even 17 points, and you force pressure onto Lamar Jackson, and you're forcing that offense to drive. That is where I would say that the Kansas City Chiefs have the advantage, because I think with the guys coming back from injury on the defense, you got the Honey Badger Tyrann Mathieu coming back. We expect Frank Clark to be out there at least to some capacity. So with those guys being out there, you're bringing back leadership, especially in the Honey Badger, but you're bringing back also a little bit of a presence in Frank Clark, and maybe the expectations on how they manage Chris Jones is a little different now that Frank Clark's out there. So I would expect to see this defense increase a little bit in the positive direction. I don't think it's going to be as wide open as it was against that Cleveland Browns team where they felt like they could just run the football at ease. And so I think it might be a little bit different, especially with, a combo of Latavius Murray and honestly Tyson Williams going against the Kansas City Chiefs defense. So my expectations for the Chief are to establish a lead, get up early, and then really try to start implementing Clyde Edwards-Helaire, and maybe even Jerick McKinnon in this game, because we really didn't see a whole lot of Jerick McKinnon in that first game. And so maybe kind of establish the ground and pound, and really kind of maybe establish some screens and doing some things like that would be what I would hope would happen and come out with a W. Now on the opposite end, I think if Lamar Jackson can find a way to apply pressure in the run, he kind of, again, is the human joystick, gets out and is able to, really create space and then hit guys, hopefully, like Mark Andrews is healthy and doing some of those types of things. You can see him establish a little bit of the pass game, but more likely is kind of creating his own game. I think if he can apply pressure and establish a lead against the Kansas City Chiefs, you're going to force the hand and make them start passing. And I think the offense of the Ravens is battered a little bit more than the defense, and so I think the defense could still have an ability to cause some 3-and-outs, and really they could apply pressure. It's going to be in Baltimore, so the fans probably are going to be creating a ruckus. They're going to be going crazy, and so it'll be interesting to see if that's the case. I think if their defense can be successful in a few scenarios and cause some punts and really put Kansas City on their backs, it'll be interesting. I mean, I know as a Kansas City Chiefs fan myself, we've come back in numerous situations and from deficits that most people say cannot happen, and we've been able to accomplish that. So, but this is my scenario. This is how I'm playing it out if I were on either side. I do believe the Kansas City Chiefs are going to win. I did write down a score of 33-27 Kansas City Chiefs. I do believe that will be the score. I think that the explanation that I gave last night when I was doing the podcast was I felt that the Chiefs do take advantage. They can get up 14, maybe even 17 points, and we do establish that run game. And then there's times where the Ravens might start to trickle in a few points here, a touchdown here, and they actually in the end make it a ball game. But I do think the Chiefs can pull this one out for sure, especially with all the injuries and how beat up the Ravens are. It's going to be interesting to see because the Ravens could potentially go 0-2 on the season with a very competitive division in the AFC North. The Cleveland Browns are 0-1, but we saw how of a competitive football game they provided the Kansas City Chiefs in Arrowhead, and that was without OBJ. They're getting ready to go down. It's in Cleveland. They're going to be opening up against Houston and against the Texans, who definitely are beat up and missing guys. And so it'll be interesting to see in that division. Obviously, Pittsburgh is off to a hot start. And, it's just really it's going to be interesting to see how the division plays out. And like I said, if the Baltimore Ravens end up going 0-2, they're going to have and I get it's 2 games, but that's a long way to come back already. And so it'll be interesting to see, especially with all their injuries. So I wanted to keep this one short, guys. I appreciate you guys checking out the beat of KC. If you guys please leave a comment down below, let me know what you guys think the final score is going to be. If you guys have any fantasy football players in this game, I'm keeping my eyes on obviously a lot of the Chiefs guys. I've had some Chiefs guys sprinkled in here and there. I do have Mark Andrews in a few of them, so be interested to see who you guys have and who you're going to be looking out for, and if there's anything specific you're going to be paying attention to. One of the key positions that I'm going to be paying attention to from just a football perspective is the Kansas City Chiefs secondary, to see if they can take that next step and really kind of use this game as a stepping stone to get that much better. But again, I appreciate you guys checking out the video. I appreciate you checking out and supporting the beat of KC. It means so much, guys. And as always, have a good day.